I'm glad I did a sound check. You guys can hear me. Hey guys, it's Wanza Leftwich. Welcome to the Courageous Believers broadcast. And so I am going to take a moment to share. So I'm going to take a moment to share. Hey Tracy, how are you? I said I am up, so let me just come on and see how you guys are doing and talk for a little bit. Do a little midnight nuggets, right? Yes, I'm still up. I'm still up, Monique. I am still up. My kids are in the bed. Can you believe that? I mean, they're in the bed with the computer and the iPad, but they're still in the bed. I'm just going to take a minute to share because I know I'm on my business page. And so I want to make sure the people on my regular page, on my personal page, know that I'm on. So let's chat. How have you guys been doing? How have you been doing? Tonight I was super excited. She said, "Oh, look, what's that?" Long time no see, Trace. I was super excited to. I think I just shared this there, but that's okay. Trying to figure out where else can I share it. Yep, so that's good. All right, so I done shared. Hey, Jacqueline. So you guys can share if you like. I am here. Listen, listen. Great stuff. Great stuff. I don't have a specific agenda tonight, but I did do Bible study tonight, right? And when I got off, I saw a post that, hey, Florence, I got off and I saw a post that um, blessed my heart. And it was talking about, hey, Monique, yep, I'm back. It was talking about continue. So tonight I taught Bible study, and the word that God gave me today that I was just hearing in my spirit all day today was the word continue. And then when I read this post, the young lady was saying how her pastor preached, which is Bishop Jonathan Shore, her dad, Shantae's dad, preached on Sunday, continue. And I said, wait a minute. So I said, all right, Lord. I said, okay. I said, okay. I said, all right. I received that definitely. And that was just confirmation to me to continue and that I was on the right path. And because I was trying to figure out, like, let me put another subject to it. And then I'll just talk about continue. But God was like, no, use that word. And so normally I don't use just one word as a topic, but that's what came to me, and I'm so glad I stuck with that because God confirmed it just like that. So let's pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, Lord, we thank you for this time. Thank you for this time of fellowship and time of talking about business and faith and how we can continue in you through our businesses and through our faith. Father, I ask that someone would be blessed through this broadcast, whether they are live or watching the replay. I ask that you would bless them, open up their understanding to receive what you have for them on this day. And so, welcome everyone. If this is your first time watching me, I am Wanza Leftwich. This is the Courageous Believers broadcast, and we help you increase your income, eradicate your debt, and fulfill your God given assignment by putting your God given talent, gifts, and abilities to work. And so that's basically why I am here. And I just wanted to encourage you tonight, just a spinoff. As I just said with my introduction, a spinoff from tonight's Bible study to continue. A lot of times we may get discouraged, right? Or disappointed, or even just frustrated and hurt from life in general. But like I tell my daughter, I said, this is life. And if someone had told me this when I was 12 years old, that life is ever changing, that you change, right? Not only the people around you, but you change, life changes, situations change. We get disappointed. We have happy days, we have disappointing days, we have disappointing moments, we have things that we do that we regret, we have things that we do that are very exciting and very life changing. And there's a feedback, there's an echo. Let me turn it down some. So there's things that we do. but it's all life, right? And it doesn't take away the value that God has given you as a person that's living this life. And so when I began to separate my value from the disappointment, right? Just because I'm disappointed doesn't mean I don't have any more value. Or just because maybe this program didn't go over well in the business, I don't close the entire business, right? You revamp, you go back and you go back to the drawing board and see where you missed it, or see maybe it wasn't time for this particular thing yet in the business. So it doesn't take away your value. Y'all let me know if y'all still hear this feedback. Sometime with StreamYard, you get a little echo. Let me see. I'm just gonna take a minute to share because I know I'm on my in the business, so it doesn't take away. All right, it seems pretty good now. So yeah, so you have to get in a posture, right? You have to get in a posture where you believe and you believe only. You have to get in a posture where you believe and you believe only. Because life does change. We do get disappointed. People disappoint us, we disappoint people, right? It goes around. But when you get into a posture that you believe what God said about your life, you believe what God said about your business, you believe what God said about your today, your right now, your today, nothing else really matters because everything else has to line up with that belief. Everything that you do and say will line up with what you believe. And so you have to be very, very sure and get clarity on what God said and what you are doing in this season, not last year, because last year is over, and not even like 2 years from now. Get clarity on what God is saying to you right now and what He wants you to do. Perhaps it's something that He told you 2 years ago to do that you did not do, right? Because His plans for you are good and not able to give you an expected end. His plans for you have not changed. So if He still has you on the same path, or maybe you veered off, get back on that path. Get back on what God wants you to do so you can see the results that He placed in your mind. You know, he showed Abraham, the stars, right? Your seed will not be numbered. At a time where he didn't even have one child, he gave him a vision. The vision that you're seeing in your mind and in your spirit, you block it every time you start and stop. Every time you doubt and say, every time you put it away, right? You put it away for 2 months and then, all right, I'm going to come back to it after 2 months. Put it away for 2 months, work on it for 2 months, put it away for 2 months, work on it for 2 months. You got to be able to see what God said and say, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to continue. I'm going to go through it, through the hurt, through the pain, through whatever it is that I need to do. I'm going to keep going. That's how things get done. We do it all the time. Let me explain. Because we do it all the time. At work, we do it. For our jobs, we do it. For ministry, we do it. For our families, we do it. Somehow or another, when it comes to our own personal achievement, we stop and think it's okay to quit. But it's really not. It's really not, because if you achieve what God placed in your spirit, everything around you will get better. Everything around you will be affected, right? So, say you opening up this business, because this is a business and faith broadcast that I do, right? Say you're opening up this business, and this business changes your life. It changes your financial life. It changes your, not only yours, but now your spouse if you're married, your children if you have children, your parents, the people around you. It changes the entire dynamic of your life. But if we stop the business and say, Lord, I don't want to do it, it's too hard, it's too much work, I'm fearful, I'm scared, then you stop the progress of the change that was coming to your life. Do y'all understand what I mean? So it's like you have to continue. At some point, you have to take that same commitment, that same fire, or even that mundane routine that we employ other places, right? We get up, we go to work, we get up, we do this, we get up, we go food shopping, or whatever. We have all these routines for everything else, except for something that God has placed in your spirit at this day and this time, and you just keep giving him like, no, I'll wait, or no, I'll do this, or no, this is not the right time yet. But how do you how are you going to tell God that it's not the right time if he is the creator of all things? He's the creator of you. He put you in this. We could have been born in like the 15th century or whatever. We could have been born 20 years before we were born, or we could have been born 20 years from now. But God decided for this specific time that you would be born and that you would be alive during this time. So then that means He has something that He wants you to do during this time. And so my whole goal is to encourage you as believers, those who have accepted Christ, those who are following Jesus as Lord and Savior of their lives, to trust Him, to be courageous, to not put so much fear into play, but put the love and trust of God into play, into action in your lives. Let me see what y'all say. Thank you, Greg. That's right. God has given us something so valuable. Absolutely. You are definitely valuable. So, any questions? Any questions? I know this was impromptu tonight, but I wanted to come on, touch base um, with you all so you guys can see my face again. So because it's needed, right? Move forward in what God said for you. Move forward, and yeah, I'm holding this thing because I'm getting ready to moisturize my lips. I'm ready to moisturize my lips and clean my face and all that good stuff. Um, But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. Go forward in what God has for you. Like, no delays. No delays. Don't worry about provision. Don't, and you might say, oh, Wanza, that's easy for you to say. Mm-mm. I say it because God said it, right? I say it because God said it. That's why I say it. Y'all give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, y'all. That was my dad. And when you have elderly parents, I always answer the phone for my parents. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. So thank you guys for your patience. Still feedback? I'm not sure because I don't hear it on this end. So hopefully it's not too bad, Jacqueline. But yeah, we have to live without fear. Jacqueline says we have to live without fear. And I think fear is a bit overrated. And I get it. We feel it sometime and it's just like, ooh. But at the same token, the God that told you to do it, He will sustain you. He will always make a way for you. He will always do that for you. So Florence says, I find taking baby steps here and there don't get things moving. Sometimes we need to have faith and take some big leaps. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. Sometimes you need to just go ahead and do it. And the other day I put up, hit the goal, meet the goal. Like, just meet the goal. We get so timid when it comes to our lives. And I don't, I am working my way out of that big time. Like, even today, I went for a walk and I had a goal in mind of where I was going to walk to. Normally, I walk to a certain part and I walk back. But this time, it was far, and then I was a little disappointed because my phone died, so it didn't track all of my steps. So I was trying to do 10,000 steps, which I believe I met it or was very, very close to it because I got halfway. I got to like about almost 5,000 steps to my destination. So I walked back the same way. So basically, I might be a few steps off, but my phone died, and so it didn't record it. But I had never walked that far in one setting, like all the way there and all the way back. It was like double what I would normally walk when I go walking. But in my mind, I was like, let me hit this goal. Let me keep walking because the truth is, excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all. The truth is, the longer I walked, in my mind, I was like, oh my God, I gotta walk back. I didn't have my car, right? So it's like, I have to walk back. And sometimes you have to put yourself in a situation where this is all I got. It is me and God, and this has to work. This has to work. This has to work. Like, I did not drive my car to like the track and then walk around the track and then get my car and come back because I knew if I did that, I could short myself, right? You gotta be honest with yourself. Maybe you could go there and walk the whole entire time and then get back in the car. Me, I knew the further I get away from this car, it will force me to walk back the same way, right? And so I would have no choice. And sometimes I heard someone say online, sometimes you gotta burn that boat. You have to burn that safety net because that safety net is keeping you from. Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't tell nobody to quit their job or leave their marriage and all that other stuff. I'm not saying that. But here, what I am saying, sometimes we hold on to that plan B, and that's why plan A doesn't work. And we're looking at God like, you said plan A would work, but you know without a shadow in a doubt in your mind that you have a plan B. You got a plan B. Like if this don't work, if this don't happen, I'm going doing this over here. We all been there. But sometimes you got to drop off plan B and allow plan A to fully play out so that it can work the way God intends for it to work for you. That's awesome, Jacqueline. She says she's committed to walking a mile each day with her card with cardio with her coworker. That is amazing. And what me and my kids had started doing, we started walking to our supermarket is a mile away. So we would walk to the supermarket, get a few things that we can actually carry because I don't have a shopping cart yet. And then we walk back. So that's 2 miles, right? Today I walked past the supermarket. I walked like a mile and a half past the supermarket, and then I had to walk those miles back. So like 2.5 miles there, 2.5 miles back, in order to reach that goal. And I have never, well, not recently anyway. Maybe my younger years, I used to do a lot of walking like that. But I just wanted to hit that goal. You know what I mean? Like I just wanted to hit it. I didn't want to just stop at the supermarket and say, all right, I'll just go back. I could do that tomorrow. I wanted to hit the goal. And sometimes you just gotta hit the goal. Like our subject for tonight, it says let's get to work. Sometimes you just gotta put your hands to work and hit the goal. And just be so super focused on hitting that goal in your life. Why not? Like for real, y'all. Why not? Why not hit this goal? Why not go for that extra thing? Why not put myself in position to do what I want to do and to receive from God? Why not do it? What we waiting on? For real. What are we waiting on? Y'all talk to me. It is officially midnight right now at the time of this. But y'all, excuse me. This is my lip mask, right? So what are we waiting on? What are we waiting on? What are we really waiting on? Because you can't keep saying that fear is holding you back. So Florence says that's a good point. We come out the womb, then live in a box, then die and rot in a box. I think that sometimes we are afraid to be successful or just have the motivation to live in our full potential. Absolutely. Sometimes we don't have the motivation to live in our full potential. And I think that really comes from lies And Jacqueline, that's a good one. Sometimes we think we don't deserve it. And that comes from lies as well. It's like, why wouldn't you deserve it? I understand that we all have different backgrounds, right? I have a different background from you. Some people grow up knowing they deserve it, knowing this is what I'm going to do, et cetera, et cetera. But sometimes we're not motivated because depending on how we grew up, we're really coming out of an age where when I grew up and I went to college, it was go to college, get good grades, get a job, and retire from that good job. Get you a good city job, get you a good paying corporate job, and make sure they got good benefits, and you retire from there in 30, 40 years. That was the goal, right? But halfway through that goal somewhere, I lost my job. Requirements changed, I had to do other things. And then social media came into play, right? No longer did you really need a degree to secure the money, to secure the bag. All you needed was to get on your phone and go live, or get on your phone and make a couple of posts and talk to people. And back before live vlogging and videos, it was blogging. People make millions off of blogging, putting up blog posts and affiliate marketing and all that other stuff. So you had all of these new things that were introduced that made a college degree look like. Now, unless I'm getting ready to become a doctor or a teacher, something that you need a certification for, you really didn't need that corporate job anymore to make that corporate type of money. You didn't need the city job to in order to have that financial security, because you were making so much money online that you could pay your own insurance, you could pay this, you could pay that, you could pay the other. So the dynamics changed. And so now that the dynamics have changed, and jobs are not even really like they're hiring people, but they're hiring part time, so you don't have to. They don't have to pay you your benefits. They're hiring you enough to work maybe 28 hours a week, so you don't hit that 30 and that 37 hours, right? And so they're not responsible to pay you for that extra, the pension, the health insurance, the this, that, and the other. Things have changed. And so, what do you do with that change? Do you sit and roll over and die? No. You roll with the change. You make the change. You make the adjustment. You learn how to deal with you. You learn how to deal with you and your beliefs. But now, do your beliefs match the times that you're living in? Do they match the time that you're living in? Do your beliefs match the time that you're living in? Are you holding back from your own prosperity, your own joy, your own fulfillment because of old, 15 years ago expectations? Right? And an open mindset will open many doors for us. You're absolutely right, Jacqueline. We have to be open to doing things differently because things have really changed. Like for instance, with this pandemic, a lot of people have been home, right? People were home for 6 months. People were home for a year, working remotely. Kids are home, learning remotely. And then now that the world is opening back up, you want people to go back to this is the funniest thing to me. So you had me home for a year doing the work. All of the work got done. Now you want me to come back into the office? Why would I do that? When I can put on a top, meet you on Zoom, send you an email, meet with my clients on Zoom, possibly, go here, there, maybe come into the office once in a while to check in. But why would I go back to a 9 to 5, an 8 to 4, waking up early, rushing through traffic, an hour, hour and a half, whether you're driving or on public transportation, to go to an office to sit with you? When for a whole 6 months to a year, I've done this at home. and you paid me a full salary, and my work was done. So now you're trying to tell me we can't do this anymore? But you already let me see that it was possible. See, the thing is, when things become possible, when your mindset is open, you see a new way of doing things. Last year, January 2020, nobody would have ever said like kids can learn at home. Nope, that was for those fanatical people who homeschool like me. That was for those people who, who maybe travel or had a lot of money and they couldn't afford tutors. Now you shut down the entire school system, which it will never be the same again. The school system is just never going to be the same again. I don't know what they're going to do. But you allowed us to see that it could be done a different way. Once you know that something can be done a different way, it's hard to go back. It's hard to go backwards. You know it can be done a different way. Oh, I can make money from home. I can sell my books. I can sell my t-shirts and pay my mortgage, pay my rent, and buy food. Yeah, yeah. Definitely. Lauren says the meaning of success have changed. People are not interested in the American dream. Whatever you dream and desires to do is your success. Absolutely. The American dream has changed. The American dream is sitting here talking to you guys and making money. That's the new American dream. How can I stay at home? Or how can I travel the world? How can I raise my children? How can I do ministry? How can I serve other people and still be able to take care of my own responsibilities and not be stuck at a 9 to 5 or not be stuck doing something that I don't want to do? Now, some people like their jobs. Don't get me wrong. I'm not even saying that. A lot of people like their jobs, but the dynamics have changed, right? The dynamics have changed. This pandemic put into play, the dynamics have changed. The American dream has changed. It's no longer, buy the house, work 30 years, retire, then you travel. It's more like I'm going to work and I'm going to travel. I'm going to buy the house, not buy the house. I'm going to live this life and do my kingdom purpose and my call, especially those of us as believers. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here with me. So, any questions? Any questions? Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll most likely be live tomorrow so we can get back into the gear of doing our lives and talking about business and how to make money. I have some new things that are coming out. If you've been following me for any time, you know that I am partnered with a beauty company. This right here I have in my hand is a lip mask that is moisturizing. It keeps your lips moisturized. You can put it on at night or you can just wear it throughout the day. And so if you're interested in any of these products, I have lipstick and lip gloss, and we have a special promotion on our you get a free lip gloss or lipstick this week if you order $100 or more. And so we have great incentives, 20% off on your first order. You can actually get up to 30% off on your first order. So there's so many things. And so I'm partnered with this company. If you're interested in that and the skincare and having your skin glow and all of that good stuff, send me a message and we'll connect. I miss you too, Jacqueline. I miss our chats and our talks. And so I'll be back because I have some other things that are going on. I have a new book that's coming out. It's called Take Time to Build. And so the pre-orders will begin this month at the end of the month. And I have a whole program, right, that I'm setting up and some other business classes. So my break has not been in vain. It has not been in vain. We've been working in the background, just making sure that I'm doing what God wants me to do, right? Sometimes you got to really like get clarity, get instruction, and not just kind of be like twiddling your thumbs, like going around and around. And but yeah, we got some good things. My new book is called Take Time to Build Family and Business Through Faith. I'm excited about it. I thought I would have it out. I honestly thought I would have it out by now, but God changed some things and he wanted me to give you guys real business tips in the book. Um yeah, real business tips. So some things got changed around and of course the book is more enhanced and so I love it. And yeah, I love y'all. I've missed y'all. I've missed being here. So but I'll be late. Well, it's the same day. It's after midnight now. So I'll be back later on after we all get some sleep. So any questions before I log off? Thanks for hanging out with me. And again, if this is your first time, if you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching here on Facebook, feel free to message me. Message me, contact me. My website is wanzalefwich.org. Let me see if I still have the banner that I can put up. You can go to wanzalefwich.org. If you are interested in becoming one of the 100 courageous authors, feel free to message me and I can tell you how we can get your book done this year. I am still looking for a few more people to make up that 100. And I also have some other things that are coming out. We're going to do a few books, a few books that are collaborations, meaning they have multiple authors, but they're writing about one subject or one experience. And so that information will be coming shortly. And so if you want to be one of those authors, you can definitely do that. If you don't want to write an entire book yourself, you can actually write one chapter of a book and share that book with other authors. And so I will have those out. I'm going to do a few of those before the end of the year. And so I'm definitely looking for contributors, contributing authors. That's what you call them, contributing authors for those. And so look out for that and be a part of it. Do something new, do something different, become an author, become a contributing author. Start your business. Let God lead you and guide you this year. Don't hold back because of fear. Let's get to work. Let's put our hands to work. And God has promised to bless the work of our hands. So definitely let's do that. And so Florence, you said take your time. What did you say? Let me see. It's something blocking. Perhaps I can dream a lottery number or dream a great idea and hear God was okay. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Ask God to give you a strategy, not so much for the lottery, but for you, that it'll seem like you hit the lottery, right? Ask God for that good business strategy, and He'll come through. I know that's right. He will definitely come through. So thank you, Jacqueline. Blessings on blessings. I love you all. Those of you who are on, I love you guys. And I will talk to you soon. So take care. Remember, if you need me, message me. Yeah, message me. Let's do it. Let's write these books. Let's do the businesses. If you need skincare, and our skincare is unisex, male and female can use our skincare, our hydrating cleanser, moisturizer, serum, as well as eye cream, definitely for all genders, right? And so you can use that. And then we have the lip mask is actually for all genders. It doesn't have any color. Um, whatever you want to buy, contact me. All right, guys, I'll see you in a few hours. All right. If you are on Clubhouse, join me at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Clubhouse. It is an app, it's an audio app. You can go to your app store and download Clubhouse, and I will be there. Follow me. I'll be there at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, saying our courageous confessions. And so I look forward to seeing you guys later on today. God is definitely enough, definitely asking for a strategy. He will answer. I love you guys. Take care. Sleep well. Talk to you soon.